Emma had always believed in love, the kind that lasted, the kind that withstood storms. For 6 years, she had built a life with Jake, her high school sweetheart turned devoted husband. They had a cozy apartment in the city, weekend getaways to the countryside, and a silent understanding that they were meant to be. At least, that's what she thought. Lately, things had begun to shift. It started with the little things. The way Jake's phone never left his hand, how he suddenly had late-night work meetings, the unfamiliar scent of perfume lingering on his clothes. Emma had brushed it off at first, telling herself she was imagining things. But deep down, a whisper of doubt had taken root. One evening, as Jake showered, his phone lit up on the nightstand. A message. From an unknown number. Emma hesitated, her pulse quickening. "Don't do it," a voice in her head warned. But the other voice, the one fueled by suspicion, urged her on. She picked up the phone. The message read, "I miss you already. Can't wait to see you again. Red heart." Her heart slammed against her ribs. Her hands trembled as she scrolled up. There were more messages, flirty, intimate, undeniable. And then, a photo. A woman. Dark hair, striking features. Smiling. Emma felt the room tilt. Jake had always been her safe place, her forever. But now, all she could see were the cracks in the foundation of their love. And she wasn't sure if they could ever be repaired. Emma's fingers tightened around Jake's phone, her breath shallow. The words on the screen blurred as her mind raced. Who is she? How long has this been going on? She heard the water stop in the bathroom. Panic surged through her veins. She had seconds before Jake stepped out. Without thinking, she set the phone down exactly as it was and rushed back to bed, pulling the covers over her legs. Her heart pounded as she grabbed her own phone, pretending to scroll through it casually. The bathroom door creaked open. Jake stepped out, running a towel through his damp hair. His eyes flickered to his phone on the nightstand before he turned to her with an easy smile. "Everything okay?" Emma swallowed the bitterness rising in her throat. She forced a small nod. "Yeah. Just tired." He didn't question it. He never did. As Jake climbed into bed beside her, Emma stared at the ceiling, her mind spinning. She had two choices: confront him now, demand the truth, let the anger consume her. Or play the long game. She chose the latter. Over the next few days, Emma became a woman on a mission. She wasn't going to be reckless. If Jake was lying to her, she needed proof, real proof. So she started watching. Not just the late nights, not just the mysterious texts. She noticed the way he locked his phone whenever she was near. The way he showered as soon as he got home, washing away any lingering traces of perfume. The way his kisses felt different. Fake. One evening, while Jake was in the shower again, Emma took a bold step. She picked up his phone, quickly memorized the unknown number from the messages, and saved it in her own contacts. Then, she did something that made her stomach churn. She dialed it. The phone rang once. Twice. Then, a woman's voice. Soft. Sweet. "Hey, baby. You miss me already?" Emma's blood ran cold. She hung up immediately, staring at the screen in shock. It was real. Jake wasn't just lying. He was in love with someone else. Emma sat frozen, the woman's voice still echoing in her ears. "Hey, baby. You miss me already?" The words were a dagger to the heart. Her hands shook as she placed the phone down. A part of her wanted to storm into the bathroom, throw the phone at Jake, scream, demand answers. But another part, calmer, more calculating, held her back. She needed to know more. Taking a deep breath, she did something she never thought she'd do. She sent a message to the unknown woman. "Emma, who are you?" Seconds passed. Then a reply. "Unknown number, very funny, Jake. You know exactly who I am." Emma's stomach twisted. "Emma, just remind me." A pause. Then, unknown number, wow, okay. Guess last night meant nothing to you. It's me, Olivia. Olivia. The name burned itself into Emma's mind like a brand. She wanted to vomit. She wanted to scream. But instead, she locked her phone and placed it on the nightstand just as the bathroom door opened. Jake stepped out, a towel wrapped around his waist, steam swirling around him. He gave her an easy smile. You okay? Emma smiled back. Yeah. Just tired. She was getting good at lying, too. The next day, Emma made her first move. She didn't confront Jake. She didn't cry. Instead, she became someone else, someone he wouldn't suspect. She kissed him goodbye in the morning, told him to have a great day, and then followed him. Her heart pounded as she kept a safe distance, watching him from her car. He didn't go to work. He drove across town, parked near a quiet little cafe. And then, a woman approached. Olivia. She was beautiful. Tall, dark hair, effortless confidence. She leaned in and kissed Jake like she belonged to him. Like he belonged to her. Emma gripped the steering wheel so hard her knuckles turned white. That was all she needed to see. She wasn't just going to expose him. She was going to make him pay. Emma didn't cry. She didn't break. She planned. That night, she acted like nothing had changed. She kissed Jake, laughed at his jokes, even let him hold her. But in the background, her mind worked like a chessboard, moving the pieces into place. The next morning, while Jake was in the shower, Emma executed the final step. She sent Olivia a message from Jake's phone. Jake, I need to see you. My place. Tonight. Can't wait. Then, she sent another message, this time, to Jake. Emma, we need to talk. Come home early tonight. It's important. She smiled. The trap was set. That evening, Emma prepared their apartment like a stage. Candles flickered on the dining table. Soft music played in the background. A bottle of wine rested beside two glasses. Jake walked in, looking pleasantly surprised. What's all this? Emma smiled. I just wanted a special night. For us. His eyes softened. You're amazing, you know that? Liar. She poured the wine, watching as he took a sip, then another. He relaxed, oblivious. Then, a knock at the door. Jake frowned. Are we expecting someone? Emma's smile widened. You are. He opened the door and froze. Olivia stood there, staring at him. Jake? Olivia's voice wavered, confused. What is this? Jake turned back to Emma, his face pale. What did you? Emma leaned back in her chair, swirling her wine glass. Oh, don't stop now. Let her in. Jake stammered, looking between the two women. Olivia's expression hardened. You said you lived alone. Emma tilted her head. Oh, did he? That's funny. Because I'm his wife. Silence. Then, Olivia turned on Jake. You lied to me? Jake's mouth opened, closed. He had no words. Emma leaned forward. Ladies first, Olivia. Tell me, how long has this been going on? Olivia crossed her arms. 6 months. Emma nodded, unfazed. Jake? Do you want to add anything? He looked between them, panicked. Emma, please. She stood, walking toward him. Oh, don't worry, baby. You won't have to explain much longer. She grabbed her purse, pulled out a thick envelope, and tossed it onto the table. Jake blinked. What's this? Emma smiled. Divorce papers. Signed. His face drained of color. Emma, wait. No, you wait, she cut in. You had a choice, Jake. You had me. And you threw it all away for this." She gestured toward Olivia, who now looked just as betrayed as Emma had felt. Emma turned to Olivia. "Take him. He's all yours." And with that, she grabbed her coat, walked past them both, and stepped out the door without looking back. As she left, she heard Olivia's voice rise. "What the hell is wrong with you, Jake?" Emma smiled to herself. She won.